On New at 10, workers at an upstate Starbucks filed a defamation lawsuit against the company after a police report was filed against them. So this all stems from an incident over the summer. You might remember this. The store there on Clemson Boulevard in Anderson voted 18-0 to unionize, the first in South Carolina. Well, since May, employees went on strike a couple of times. A former worker told us it was considered final effort after they did not get increased pay and other demands met. Then in August, after the strikes failed, employees held a demonstration called Walk on the Boss. It was caught on this viral video right here. You can see workers circled around the store manager, Melissa Morris. They had a list of demands. It was Morris's first day at that store. 2 days after the video, Morris filed an incident report with the Anderson County Sheriff's Office alleging assault and kidnapping. She claimed employees told her she wasn't allowed to leave until their demands were met. Starbucks then put 11 employees involved in this incident on indefinite paid leave. Well, the union Starbucks Workers United announced they filed a defamation lawsuit against the company, calling the police report false and saying deputies found none of those allegations were true. We reached out to the sheriff's office to ask about the investigation. We have not heard back yet. We also reached out to Starbucks for comment. We'll let you know once we hear back.